Let's kick this off with a fact that surprises a lot of people. Both the Galaxy S25 Ultra and the iPhone 16 Pro Max use OLED panels made by Samsung. Yep, same factory, same base technology. But here's the twist. Apple calibrates its display for true color accuracy, while Samsung goes for bold, punchy vibrancy. That's why the iPhone looks more natural and true to life, while Samsung's screen really pops with saturation. Two very different experiences from the same source. Now let's talk durability. Samsung adds Gorilla Armor 2 glass on top. It's tougher, less reflective, and one of those subtle upgrades most reviewers tend to gloss over. Meanwhile, Apple leans on its LTPO OLED tuning. It's all about efficiency. And that's the hidden reason why iPhones can sometimes outlast even bigger Samsung batteries. Bottom line? Both phones are insanely powerful. Both cost over $1,000, but they take very different approaches. So which one gives you better value, and which is the smarter buy this year? Stick around. In this video, we'll break down the Galaxy S25 Ultra versus the iPhone 16 Pro Max, covering design, performance, cameras, software, battery, and of course, my personal recommendation. By the end, you'll know exactly which flagship fits you best. And if you're new here, I'm Emmanuel from Emacom's Phone World. Let's get into it. The Galaxy S25 Ultra continues with titanium, but Samsung uses a lighter titanium alloy this year. It's not just for strength. Titanium helps dissipate heat, which means the phone can hold performance longer under stress. That matters in 2025, when AI features and advanced games are more demanding than ever. The weight has dropped slightly to around 218 grams, and if you've used the S Pen for long sessions, you'll appreciate that. The iPhone 16 Pro Max also uses titanium, but pairs it with Apple's ceramic shield glass, which is extremely drop-resistant thanks to nanocrystal infusion, but it can pick up scratches faster than Samsung's Gorilla Armor 2. So if you're prone to drops, the iPhone is safer. If you hate micro scratches over time, the S25 Ultra holds up better. Now shape. Apple went flatter with the 16 Pro Max, while Samsung softened its edges. Flat edges look modern, but can be uncomfortable over long use. Rounded sides may not photograph as clean, but they reduce hand fatigue, a tiny detail that actually matters when holding a 6.9-inch device. And don't forget, both phones are IP68 water and dust resistant. But Samsung extends that protection to the S Pen, which is still unique in 2025. Whether it's signing PDFs, precise photo edits, or just doodling, the S Pen is one of those features you don't know you'll miss until you've used it. As for colors, Samsung experiments with gradients this year, while Apple keeps its classic Pro palette. Pro tip: matte titanium hides wear and micro scratches far better than glossy finishes, so if you're planning to keep the phone for years, your finish choice is almost as important as your case. Here's something most people rarely mention. The Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy inside the S25 Ultra isn't just a speed bump. It's tuned with a dedicated on-device AI engine that handles certain tasks in its own optimized memory, instead of relying solely on the CPU or GPU. That cuts down latency for things like AI image generation and real-time text processing. Apple's A18 Pro chip, on the other hand, focuses on efficiency and neural performance. Apple claims nearly 40 trillion operations per second for its neural engine, which makes a difference in tasks like real-time voice translation and Apple's new AI-driven photo editing. In raw benchmarks, Samsung's chip has the higher peak scores, especially in GPU-heavy tasks. But what most people don't realize is Apple's secret weapon: sustained performance. Thanks to tight hardware and software integration, the iPhone 16 Pro Max often holds its speed longer in real-world use, while Samsung relies on that titanium chassis and vapor cooling to keep things in check. So peak power goes to Samsung, but efficiency and stability lean Apple's way. Now the controversial part: cameras. The Galaxy S25 Ultra still rocks that monster 200 megapixels main sensor, and here's a fun fact: you're almost never shooting at 200 megapixels. It is paired with a newly upgraded 50 megapixel ultra-wide, 50 megapixel 5x telephoto, and a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto. The big change this year isn't just hardware, it's computational photography. The S25 Ultra uses what Samsung calls AI sharpening, designed to fix the watercolor look that critics complained about on the S24 Ultra zoom shots. Meanwhile, the iPhone 16 Pro Max continues with its tetraprism telephoto system for up to 5x optical zoom. Apple combines this with its photonic engine to keep tones consistent across all lenses. The tetraprism design itself isn't new. Huawei used similar periscope optics, But Apple's trick is making it compact while tightly integrating it with image processing. In bright light, Samsung still delivers hyper-detailed, contrast-rich images while Apple leans toward realistic skin tones and balanced highlights. At night, Apple's processing gives cleaner shadows, but Samsung's AI can recover more detail. Sometimes too much, depending on your taste. Video is still Apple's crown jewel. Cinematic mode, ProRes, and even log recording make it the go-to for creators. Samsung counters with 8K capture and crazy stabilization, but most professionals still prefer iPhone for consistent workflows. So, photographers may lean Samsung for flexibility and zoom, while videographers continue to swear by iPhone. The Galaxy S25 Ultra packs a massive 5,000 mAh battery, one of the biggest in a mainstream flagship. Paired with 45 watts wired charging, it can hit 65% in just half an hour. Add 25 watts wireless, and even reverse wireless charging for accessories, and you've got a phone built for people who live life unplugged. And here's a hidden perk. With USB-C, the S25 Ultra can also power external displays and even run Samsung DeX, essentially turning your phone into a desktop computer. The iPhone 16 Pro Max takes a different path. Its 4,685 mAh cell looks smaller on paper, but Apple's real advantage is efficiency. By controlling both the A18 Pro chip and iOS, Apple tightly manages background tasks, squeezing more life out of less capacity. Combined with its LTPO OLED display, the iPhone consistently punches above its weight. In fact, in video playback and web browsing tests, it can edge out the S25 Ultra. But when it comes to charging speed, Samsung is miles ahead. The S25 Ultra's 45 watts wired and 25 watts wireless charging leave Apple's 30 watts wired and 15 watts MagSafe in the dust. In 2025, that difference matters, especially when you're heading out the door and need hours of power in just a quick top-up. Let's talk software, and this is where things start to diverge in meaningful ways. Samsung equips the S25 Ultra with Android 15 and its freshly minted One UI 7 skin. What many don't realize is that Samsung is matching Pixel's longevity with a 7-year promise of OS and security updates. Under One UI 7, Galaxy AI isn't just a marketing buzzword. It powers writing tools, call transcription, smart image editing, and even swipe-up edge panel shortcuts to AI assistants. Meanwhile, Apple offers iOS 18 on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, complete with Apple Intelligence, its AI engine built to write smarter, understand your context, and even generate creative visuals, all while putting privacy first. Plus, iOS 26 is on the horizon, bringing live translation for FaceTime and messages, enhanced visual intelligence for screenshots, a gorgeous liquid glass UI overhaul, and intelligent wallet and messages features powered by Apple Intelligence. Ecosystem-wise, Apple still owns the smooth glue of integration: iMessage, FaceTime, AirDrop, Apple Watch, and Mac. Samsung's ecosystem has improved with features like Windows Link and seamless pairing across its tablets and Galaxy Buds, but it's still catching up to the seamless Apple experience. So where does that leave us? The Galaxy S25 Ultra is the spec beast. Bigger battery, faster charging, more versatile camera system, S Pen support, and a brighter, tougher display and bleeding-edge AI features. It's the phone for people who want options and power at their fingertips. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is the consistency king. Unmatched video recording, longer-lasting software fluidity, a more efficient chip, long-term resale, and the most cohesive ecosystem in tech. It's the phone for people who want everything to just work, all the time. In the end, it's not about which one is objectively better, it's about which philosophy fits you. The Ultra gives you power and flexibility. The iPhone gives you polish and integration. Both are absolute flagships of 2025, and the choice tells more about you than the phones themselves. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to Emicom's Phone World for more tech reviews and comparisons. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.